Sports This Morning is back again. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakman.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
Action-packed world of sports. What are you talking about? We have reached the semi-finals of the 2017 Africa Cup of Nations. What a story it has been so far. I call it AFCON of surprises. We're waiting for the semis games. Burkina Faso will take on Egypt, and Cameroon will take on Ghana. Tayo, 3 West African teams.
Yes. Incredible, right? I mean, I remember when we made our picks. I went all West African. I went Cote d'Ivoire.
That's right.
I went Senegal and I went Ghana. Out of
Morocco.
those 3, and Morocco as a dark horse. Out of those 3, you still have Ghana standing. I don't know about you, Austin.
Prophet Tayo is beauty this morning. Let's get on with the show now. Play some more football. The English Premier League. What a night of football it will be when Liverpool takes on Chelsea. Oh, we're counting down. Transfer deadline day. Okay. Transfer deadline day today. Will Odioni Alo go to China? Will he still play in Europe? It's the final day, and you know the silliness on this day is crazy.
Yeah, you can't compare it to anything in this world. I mean, all from now till 12 p.m., 12 midnight, it's going to be a lot of activities going on in terms of players actually moving clubs. So for now, Odioni Gallo, we'll find out later today. For a player like Branislav Ivanovic, it looks like his career, very successful one with Chelsea, is about to come to an end because we hear Zenit St. Petersburg are interested in him. Okay, also on the show, it's about the Super Tuesday clash. The English Premier League is back, and it's Liverpool versus Chelsea tonight. Chelsea, runaway leaders. Liverpool, bad run of form. They've lost 3 in a row. They got knocked out of the FA Cup. You know, got knocked out of the EFL Cup. They'll be looking to bounce back tonight when they take on Chelsea. This match will be played at Anfield, and Chelsea will be looking to, gain their revenge because the first leg ended in victory for Liverpool. That was a Stamford Bridge.
And of course, Tayo, they will take advantage of the dip in form that Liverpool is in. Liverpool that was so admirable at the start of the season. They don't just like January. Liverpool, I don't know. They don't like the new year. But let's see. They might just turn it around tonight. It's at Anfield. Let's get on with the show, Tayo. The Super Bowl showdown. We're waiting.
We're there. Super Bowl 51 is just around the corner. 51? February, 51, February the 5th. That's when it will go down. And the New England Patriots, then the final, they'll be taking on the Atlanta Falcons. So they've arrived in Houston already for that particular game. And it's all about Tom Brady. Tom Brady, arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
That's right.
That's the scene there in New England when they were, traveling to Houston for that Super Bowl 51 against the Atlanta Falcons. Austin, like I said, is about Tom Brady.
That's right.
On one side for the New England Patriots, and you have Matt Ryan on the other side for Atlanta. And we all know how important the quarterbacks are. They will be responsible for dictating the pace of the game. So Austin, I don't know where you're going here. Tom Brady is the more experienced.
That's right.
He's won a Super Bowl 4 times already. Matt Ryan hasn't won it before. I don't think. Where do you think the pressure will be more?
Of course,
on Tom Brady or Matt Ryan?
Of course, it's Tom Brady. Because,
why?
Yeah, because we expect the consistency. And keeping up with the form is very difficult. And Tayo, when you see a crowd as this come out to just watch you leave, think about the crowd that will be at the stadium. Awesome. And someone will be like, isn't just the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, if you check the amount of revenue it generates, Tayo.
It's massive.
Wow.
Massive. It's out of this world. I mean, so we're not going to go into the economics of the Super Bowl 51 because that's another story entirely.
Exactly.
But I think I agree with you when you say that more pressure is on Tom Brady. He's an Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest of all time. And the expectations are very high.
Very, very high.
Compared to Matt Ryan, no one really expected the Atlanta Falcons to go this far. They've surpassed all expectations already. It's going to go into that game without any kind of pressure.
That's right.
And he ends up winning. It's all good. But for Tom Brady, this is his 7th Super Bowl.
That's right.
He's lost twice. He's won 4. And you don't want to go into the history books as a player that has lost 3 Super Bowls.
Look at that.
Yeah, so
and for Ryan,
I agree.
Yeah, and for Ryan Tayo, the fact that he has even made it to this level is commendable.
Very
so
commendable.
whatever happens, like, wow, the underdog, the person we weren't expecting, eventually went on to win. So that's sports for you. It's okay. We'll get you ready for the Super Bowl 51. We'll just wait for it to come, and then we'll give you all the load and right here at Channel Sports. Tyler, let's move on with the show now. The NBA, what a season we are having. Awesome. Tyler, this season it came out like, wow, it was a rush, and then some guys started giving me the alien performances, and I said, okay, I'm going to test these guys, and then some other guys joined the list. I'm just waiting for the playoffs.
We're all waiting for the playoffs. But before we get to the playoffs, it's all about the regular season games. We're at the halfway stage now in the NBA, and some results from early this morning. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they've been struggling for a while now. They lost against the Dallas Mavericks by 104-97. Harrison Barnes scoring 24 points for the last placed Dallas Mavericks. Wow. So it's not in football where we see these upsets. I mean, Dallas Mavericks, one of the worst teams in the NBA, defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers, the defending champions. In other games, we saw the Memphis Grizzlies beating the Phoenix Suns. Mike Conley scoring a career high 38 points in that game. And Memphis scored 16 3-pointers. They were on fire from downtown.
That's what it is.
In that game against the Phoenix Suns. So, Austin, Grizzlies, I mean, what do you think about them this season? I think they've been very, very decent.
They've been very decent, and you see, that's what the NBA brings. No team is particularly small unless you put up those performances that, like we've seen of the LA Lakers. It's not a bad team, but just something is just wrong. For instance, the Suns or the New York Knicks, you expect these teams, even Sonny Young's Washington Wizards, all these teams are good, but the Grizzlies, it's just something about consistency that is working for them. In the EPL, you could call them Southampton, you know. You could call them Southampton, but Tayo, I mean, in this part of the world where the jungle starts maturing,
exactly.
That's where we start seeing something.
And they've got some really decent players. I talked about Mike Conley already. There's still Marc Gasol, who is having arguably one of his greatest years in the NBA. They've got the veteran as well, to Vince Carter, rolling back the years. So I think the Memphis Grizzlies are one of those teams where you can't really, just underestimate them. If you do that, you do that at your peril.